Many doctors prescribe lots of different medications for anxiety, sleep issues, muscle cramps, focus issues, depression, you name it. However, they are overlooking a very simple solution that can fix a lot of these different problems. Because here's the surprising truth about magnesium glycinate that's being overlooked by many doctors. In fact, the very first one is something that I was overlooking because there's been a lot of recent research being done on magnesium glycinate. And my wife was struggling with sleep issues recently, and I had tried lots of different supplements with her, all the different natural ones, even like melatonin, tryptophan, and all different types of ones. And it wasn't really helping. But I remember the recent research that came out of how magnesium glycinate has been a very effective tool to helping with sleep. And so I had her try that, and sure enough, her sleep issues started to improve, and she was able to get better quality sleep and still continues to do so. And the reason for this is because magnesium glycinate helps support and produce a very important neurotransmitter known as GABA. GABA is what is very vital for us to relax, to help with managing stress and anxiety. So magnesium glycinate helps in this capacity give that more calming effect. The second thing that's really overlooked is how powerful magnesium glycinate is as far as its absorption, its bioavailability. In fact, magnesium glycinate has the highest absorption when it comes to any of the other types of magnesium. And so if you're deficient in magnesium, this is definitely one of the best go-to sources that I like using with my patients and clients. And the third thing that I would say is overlooked, like I was saying before, is a lot of doctors will just go to different anti-anxiety medications that may or may not work. But what is so powerful about magnesium glycinate is that it has glycine in it. Now, why is glycine so important? Because glycine is one of the most important things for helping GABA itself, which in return helps give the calming effects and therefore is a very powerful tool for helping with anxiety and stress. But probably one of the more beneficial things about it is it does not have the severe side effects that a lot of different anxiety medications come with. Now, this fourth reason that people overlook on this, and it's something that I've loved even using with my patients and clients, is dealing with restless leg syndrome and also muscle cramps. This is something that's so common amongst my ADHD patients because it keeps them up at night, therefore impacts their focus throughout the day and their energy throughout the day. And magnesium glycinate, because it's so highly absorbed, it works faster for the body to utilize it in better sources than many other conventional muscle relaxants. Now, one of my favorite reasons of using magnesium glycinate is the capacity of how it supports the different neurotransmitters and helping balance these brain chemistry, because I deal with a lot of different ADHD patients that deal with anxiety, depression, focus and motivation issues. And because, like I was saying before, because magnesium glycinate has glycine in it, it is utilized in not only in GABA, but several of the different neurotransmitters like dopamine, serotonin, things that are very necessary for having a good, balanced, clear mind. And this is certainly overlooked by mainstream medical practices that overlook this. Now, I'm not saying you specifically are going to see all these benefits, especially if you are not deficient in magnesium. That has to be the case. Otherwise, you probably won't see these type of different benefits. But if you are deficient in magnesium, magnesium glycinate is a great tool to use to improve your magnesium levels. But that being said, if you're not seeing those benefits, it's probably because you are really still deficient in something specific. You just haven't identified what that is. And so you should download my ADHD lab protocol that I use with all my patients and clients to figure out why they're having anxiety, depression, different focus and motivation issues, low energy. So you should download that in the description below. Now, another really beneficial thing that I love about magnesium glycinate that is also overlooked is how gentle it is on the digestive system. Because a lot of different other sources of magnesium can cause diarrhea, muscle cramps, things that people don't like experiencing, especially if they're trying to get enough magnesium in, but their body can't tolerate the different types. Whereas magnesium glycinate is one that is more gentle on the body, and therefore you can do a higher dose and therefore get the adequate magnesium that you need. Another benefit that is often missed by general practitioners is that magnesium glycinate is a powerful menstrual migraine relief. So for those that deal with severe migraines while you're on your menstrual cycle, is that magnesium glycinate has been proven and shown to really help with the migraines. Magnesium in general does help with migraines, but they have seen more research where specifically magnesium glycinate helps with the migraines, especially through your period. Now, this other one, I definitely love this because anytime I do have a patient or client that is pregnant, there's a lot of contraindicated medications that pregnant women cannot take, as well as lots of different supplements that pregnant women can take. So your options are very limited on what you can use to help a pregnant woman dealing with anxiety, stress, trying to help with sleep, trying to help with muscle cramps, cramping, any of that kind of stuff. And magnesium glycinate is a very safe option that helps with all these different areas that I just mentioned. The other thing that's also overlooked is that magnesium glycinate can help with blood pressure naturally, because what it does, it helps relax the arterial walls, therefore improving cardiovascular function and then lowering blood pressure over time. And another thing that they've also seen in some research with magnesium glycinate is that it can help with insulin sensitivity. So if you're someone that's pre-diabetic or have diabetes, magnesium glycinate is shown to help improve insulin sensitivity and help with blood sugar regulation. Now, like I was saying before, you may or may not find benefits in these different areas. And that's probably because you aren't truly deficient in magnesium, but you are still having issues and you're trying to figure out, why do I have these different symptoms of anxiety, cramping, have depression or focus issues? Well, you should watch this video next, where I talk about the critical labs that you could be running to identify what truly is the root cause of your ADHD symptoms, anxiety, depression, all that kind of stuff. So watch this video next.